Welcome to another episode of Bot of the Week, and welcome to week 6. And this week we have 7 more bots, and those bots are as follow. We have Rainbow, Minotaur, not Minotaur, I'm not exactly sure about all these names, but I'm pretty sure about most of them. Not Minotaur, Nightmare, P1, Quantum, Petunia, Railgun Max, and finally, how am I forgetting this? Ragnarok. I'm pretty sure there's an accent on the O, so I'm completely failing that name. But anyway, let's get into episode 6 of BattleBots, and I just realized I recorded it and didn't watch it. But I know the winner. Yeah, I should have watched that episode. Okay, so I have not been watching some episodes, so I should probably catch up. But I do know the winners, and the main reason was because on Friday I was busy, and then Saturday I was busy. So, and I'm filming this in the morning on Sunday, so I haven't been able to watch BattleBots yet. So, let's get into I think I know most of the winners now. One of the fights I was hoping that one of the bots I like would win, and that was Warhawk versus Hydra, and I was hoping Warhawk would win, and he didn't, sadly, and yeah, which is kind of sad in my opinion. I like Warhawk a lot, but anyway, so that was interesting. I actually saw the Scorpios and versus Sidewinder episode fight or whatever. So Sidewinder apparently beat P1. So apparently, that's what I saw on Wiki. So not trustable completely. Anyway, I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, Sidewinder was not impressive. His weapon came off quite easily, actually. So honestly, I'm not exactly sure about that. It wasn't very good. That wasn't a very good robot, honestly, in my opinion. Sidewinder is an interesting design. I just don't understand why they're if they're gonna design the robot. I'm not exactly sure. I think they could improve how they attach their weapon on, because it came off like chrome flies, basically. But it was pretty decent, I'd say. I don't think their weapon ever did any damage, but I'd say it's a decent design. Just had that problem with the weapon, I think. So anyway, main event, Bite Force versus Bronco. Only thing I know is that Bite Force won. A person I know told me that Bronco lost pretty badly. I'm not exactly sure about this, so don't take that with a grain of salt. Gruff lost to Copperhead, and I thought Gruff was gonna win, and I thought Copperhead was going to be in lots of trouble. Luckily Copperhead won, which I'm pretty happy for. Gruff, I saw their first fight and they looked to be pretty good. Their drivers seemed to be pretty good, so it was pretty impressive when I watched the video. So when I watched it, so yeah. Also, Petunia is supposed to be fighting on Wednesday on the Science Channel exclusive, I'm pretty sure. And then Ragnarok fell to 0-2, which is a bit odd. But anyway, let's get on to the next thing. So let's actually start with Bot of the Week. So the first bot that's going to be going is P1. And P1 is leaving due to the fact that I have a lot of problems with this bot. I have never tested if this can actually self-right. Probably not. Technically, you could say that can self-right. Okay, but anyway, okay. Alright, so my main problem to start is the weapon barely works at all, basically. Definitely does not work as good as Firestorm's, my Firestorm model. This doesn't really stay up that well because of these pieces. This is inaccurate by quite a bit. I had quite a few problems with this, and just to show you the power of this flipper, let's take Quantum here. Quantum, welcome. Wow, what an amazing flip. So, you know, P1, not gonna be the bot of the week. Okay, next bot to go is going to be Nightmare. Okay, Nightmare's leaving due to the fact these pieces break off quite easily, and it can collapse due to gravity. So you have to actually really reinforce this, otherwise it will collapse due to gravity, which is the main problem. Also, even though the weapon is actually pretty loose, it gets caught against this piece really easily, which is one of the main problems with this model. It gets caught, the weapon gets caught really easily, so that's kind of annoying. And that's basically why Nightmare is not the bot of the week. So anyway, continuing on, the next bot to go is going to be Ragnarok. And that is only due to inaccuracies, because this robot's actually got a pretty strong hammer in my opinion. So as you can see, it's got a really strong hammer in my opinion. It's pretty nice, so I like this. I like how powerful it is. The front wedge came out really nice in my opinion. It looks really good, so what is the problem with this? So my main problem, I think I said this in my actual how to build, but these are way too large. I underestimated how large the back was and how large these were going to end up being. So because I underestimated it, this ended up being insanely large compared to the real model. And that's my main problem with it. So, I mean, it's got a really good hammer in my opinion. I mean, here's Petunia versus it. Okay, that did not go that well. You can hit Petunia pretty hard, so yeah. Ragnarok came out really nicely. That's basically my only problem with it. I mean, otherwise it could have a really good chance for bot of the week. Next bot to go is going to be Quantum Reason. Okay, this wedge came out a lot better than I thought it was going to come out, so really nice. I was really pleased with that. We'll go into this in a second. This came out really well, actually. It's pretty good at flipping. On its head and just self-right like so. It's a pretty good self-righter. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Anyway, so going on to Quantum's head. This looks pretty nice. The teeth, I have a problem with. Okay, so this can go up and down, correct? Right? Yeah, okay. My main problem is that these teeth are a bit too large in my opinion. Probably by more than a bit. But other than that, I think it came out really nicely in my opinion. So, honestly, Quantum came out really well, so not a bad bot at all. Pretty good. Same with Ragnarok. Alright, so next bot to go is going to be Petunia. Petunia is leaving because that's a pretty good weapon. However, these, like, I don't think these actually exist on the robot, and I did not account for these happening, and so this is a main problem. Next main problem basically is going to be, there's a gap here, which is because otherwise this would be very bent in, which we don't want, so yeah. And then finally the wheels come out pretty easily, I think, as long as like something hits it pretty hard enough. I'm pretty sure, like say Marvin comes up behind it and hits the okay, maybe not Marvin's not the best show for that. Okay, so this, I'll show you. Okay, so these wheels come out really easily. They just insert, so they don't stay on that well. So I'm pretty sure those can come out really easily. But other than that, honestly, it came out really nicely. You can self-right, like so. Basically, just needs to push itself up a bit, like so. It's got some pretty good reach. It's got a pretty low wedge in my opinion, actually. Let me just check. Here's Quantum versus it. Just goes right up that wedge. Here's Lucky, I'm pretty sure, versus it. Also goes right up the wedge. Actually, I think this might be my lowest wedge, actually, in the whole entire competition. So, Petunia, pretty nice. Main problem, the wheels, and these. So, you know, Petunia, really good. Okay, final two. Next bot to go is going to be Railgun Max. And that is because I actually don't really have a reason. I just thought this model came out really good. Okay, so these wheels pretty large, really nice. I like them. These came out pretty well. These are basically the only problems on this model. This weapon, where is it? Why is it not spinning? No, it's because of the paper I shouldn't have it. But as you can see, it spins. Okay. So as you can see, it's spin, but sometimes I think, let me check. Oh, that's why. Okay, so the reason it's getting caught a lot of the times is because there's duct tape. By duct tape, I mean sellotape, connecting these two toothpicks, which is really annoying because then it can get easily caught against them. So that's basically the only two problems. Other than that, the weapon's actually pretty strong, as long as it doesn't get caught against the sellotape or whatever, connecting the toothpicks. And then also, these widgets are pretty low. So actually, let me check if Petunia can get under them. So yeah, I think they're about as low as Petunia's. These wheels came out really nicely. It's a really nice design. I thought it came out pretty good, in my opinion. So I'm basically the only reason this bot lost is because I thought this came out much better, like really well. So this is Unicorn, and this is the first vertical spinner that I actually, well, not vertical, obviously, because it's a horizontal spinner. But we're just gonna say that when I said horizontal, or when I said vertical, I meant horizontal. So it's the best horizontal spinner I have right now. It spins very well, actually. Lightning Ray or whatever it was did not come out that good. Gemini came out pretty nice, but this is probably by far my best one. And anyway, this design came out pretty nicely. It's got the bends, looks pretty good. The top, really accurate in my opinion. I mean, not that accurate, but it's pretty good. Yeah, so it's like a test hit, I guess. Alright, so spin up. That hits Petunia. Alright, it's not that strong, I guess, but spins fairly well. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's basically it. So have a good day.